and I know I've been so close to losing everything. And I've witnessed her pain, and the hardest part about it is I've witnessed that same pain from my past with my parents, my dad. I saw alcohol and what it did to the family growing up as a kid. And I was held in the arms of that man I loved, promising, that he was never going to drink again, and was let down as a young kid, and to know that I've made those same promises to my wife and meant them at the time, but then to turn around and break those promises. I would get so drunk where I'd black out. I wouldn't remember things that I had said, and they would be hurtful. I'd wake up the next morning and then would feel like, what happened. I'd get these nasty looks from the wife, and finally when she opened up and let me know what I told her or what I said to her, there were things that I would never say in a sober mind. I would try to control it myself by simply saying I'm just not going to drink, or I'm just going to do it on the weekends. And then eventually, we would have a good couple weeks, and then I would decide to, after work, to have some, or even just at a dinner, we're celebrating something, so I just want to fit in, with everyone else that I'm out with and have a beer. Getting her to understand it's just one, or it's only going to be on the weekends, it was something that I saw, repeating the cycle, It's evil. I mean, the devil will find his way in at your most weakest moment, and that's exactly what was happening. I would use any excuse to just justify in having one beer. It took a big toll on how I felt about myself, being a father and a husband and not being counted on to just everyday responsibilities. So I guess breaking the cycle is a real big deal for me. I don't want my kids to grow up seeing it. I don't want them to think it's normal to have 6 or 8 beers in one sitting, one night. Not to mention going to church, wanting to do more with the church, but then feeling like a hypocrite because I was still buzzed from the night before, smoking for hours straight, or even that morning. I mean, it really did, it made me feel like a hypocrite. The big thing, I think, is the night I got a DUI. The night I got a DUI was because I left the house after having beers to go and get marijuana. I met with the guy, I got it. On my way back from getting it was when I got pulled over. So I got busted for the marijuana, and I got busted for driving under the influence of alcohol. But everything happens for a reason, and it's time that God's helped me make this change. The hardest thing for me is, letting him take that guilt and shame. It's taken a while, but it's finally to the point after that bad mistake, that DUI, and even beyond that, all of the nasty things I've said that I don't even remember saying. I know that he's taken all of that, and it's time for me to just forgive myself and not just try bringing it up all the time or letting it affect me, because like Pastor Dan told me before, he says, when's your garbage day? I was like, well, Thursday. And he says, well, on Friday, do you ever find yourself digging through the dump and trying to find your trash again? No. Well, that's kind of how it works, you let your trash go. It's changed my life. It's changed my family. And I've got a father who's proud of what I'm doing. I'm really happy that resilience here.
Happy your life, happy your life, happy your life. Oh, the dawn.